It's your girl Sierra. Don't get it wrong. Spell my name right. It's C apostrophe A-I-R-A. What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today I thought that I would speak upon things that really need to be spoken upon. Okay? It's hump day. It's the middle of the week. We're almost there, Friday. Let's talk about what it takes to be a good neighbor. I don't know if you all have any suggestions. I'll wait. Okay, no, I can't wait. Let's talk about what it takes to be a good neighbor. First off, if you have a house, such as a townhouse or a house that has a house in the back and there's one in the front, or if you all just have a house that is basically divided and there's, two houses next to each other, learn to respect the people that you live next to. Respect goes a long way. You don't want to be blasting music because every little thump, 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 whoever is up front, in the back, side to side, is going to hear your thump, thump, thump. Be respectful of others. Others can have kids. They can have, a sick, elderly mother, a father, or human being that they're taking care of. Don't just expect for someone not to hear or not to say anything. It's something different when you're playing music during the daytime. But when it's like 8, 9 o'clock at night and you have kids that you want to put down, that's not a good idea. Another thing to respect is, you're more than entitled to move whoever in X, Y, Z, A, B, C, D. But when there's people constantly knocking on your door for someone that you have no idea is even existing, be respectful and, say to your neighbor, hey, I've moved such and such in. I just wanted to let you know in case someone came knocking on your door looking for this person. That's just a respectful thing to do. Especially when your house is the front one, and you might live around back. Another respectful thing to do is like when you have a gathering, party, social event, make sure you entertain your guest in your yard. Don't entertain in someone else's yard or let your guests, maneuver towards the front or on the other side where, your neighbor stays at. It's just the respectful thing to do. Another thing, if you guys share a parking space, don't just park the way that you want to park. Park how you need to park so that you are giving your neighbor the adequate amount of space that he or she needs to move in their car as well. If their car is a little bigger, okay, then you need to slide it over. If their car is not and they're the same, okay, but still, make it equal. If you have, like, once again, another social event and you have company, your company doesn't have to speak. Your company doesn't have to say anything. Just like I said, out of respect, when people have kids or, like I said, if they're caring for elderly people or just anyone in general, the respectful thing to always do is just show the utmost respect. Being the best neighbor is, not blasting your music. Being respectful neighbor is, showing respect that you're acknowledging the people that live around you and the people that live in front of you or behind you. Showing respect is, also just being a great neighbor. Don't come in and, have all these 50 million parties, blasting music, having 50,000 people come over and, you're just wondering like who's walking through your yard or who's, steady knocking on your door. So these are all the great things about being a great neighbor. I don't know if you guys experience that problem. I don't know if you have that problem. I think that since the day that we started renting, we have had that problem. Our first apartment, there were a total of 4 floors, and the first time we had someone living above us, and that was the 3rd floor, and we just kept hearing stomping, stomping, stomping. So, complaining and complaining to the office didn't do anything. Eventually, we took it into our own matters to go upstairs and, knock on the door. Hey, you're stomping. We have like a newborn downstairs. I mean, and, they're just watching Jeopardy, and they're not walking, and they're not doing anything. So our second apartment, we had neighbors do the same exact thing over top of us. Then it was where the apartment complex tried to say that it was moss growing in the windows when we know good and well it's mold. Not gonna work. And then this is our 3rd place that we are renting, and this has been the utmost worst. We love the neighborhood, love the schools, and that the kids are going to in the neighborhood, but this has just become outrageous with, the disrespect of, if you know that you are playing loud music, if you know that you have, company come over and they're just all in the mix of someone else's yard, while you're trying to throw a shindig, if you know that there's not enough space in the parking space for 2 vehicles, really, you would think that you would just do the right thing. If you're blasting music and the company issue, you could apologize for something like that. But you don't have to apologize for, the way you park your car. But just park your car to where everybody on each side has a way to get out. And, when you also are living behind someone and the male people can't keep up with, the fact that you're A or that you're B, and they don't see the B part and they just leave it at A, that's another issue. I feel like whenever you move, you need to, specifically let these people know, hey, I live in A, hey, I live in B, or I might live in C. And I feel like that's a lot of problem with most houses that have someone living behind. You don't know that it's back there. So, your first instinct is to just drop and roll. And that's not how it works. But like I said, overall, to be a great neighbor, it's just, like I said, it's just respect. And, at the end of the day, I feel like you don't have to speak to your neighbors. You don't have to, hee ha ha in their face all the single time. But like I said, the respect level has to be established. And, like I said, the respect of, what others have going on in their homes. And I feel like, people should be able to embrace the outdoors without, running into neighbors that they really don't, get along too well with, or that they should be able to, do things freely how they want to do them. So I don't know if anybody else feels the way I do. I'm at this end of the road where I'm tired of renting and I'm ready to own my own home in order to not have to deal with, having anybody above me, below me, because I would want to set the standards for myself as well. If someone lived below me, that, my kids aren't stomping or running or, throwing things on the floor just to make noise. So I've never wanted anybody to be below me just because of those reasons. And I've never had anybody complain that, like my kids are running around or throwing things on the floor or, jumping and this and the third. It's just always been the people above us. So I've always tried to, make sure, like, if I'm going to run my mouth about the way that you guys are stomping or, how hard you're walking, let's just say, then I want to make sure that, I'm not doing it or my kids aren't doing it either. So thanks for watching. If you guys are going through the same thing, please comment down below, because I honestly right now feel like I am the only one. It's frustrating, and I'm just tired overall of not having the adequate amount of space to go outside and just sit and chill. I don't have a porch. I don't have a balcony. I don't have a back patio or anything like that. Like I said, because it's another house in the back of me. I, don't have enough, let's just say, energy to allow my dog to stay outside for a very long time, just because there's people walking up and down the street sometimes. And then, like I said, I have a neighbor who, has company from time to time. And I just really want him to have like a good time outside, whether it be front yard or backyard. I want to be able to grill out in the backyard without running into neighbors. I want to be able to let my kids just, be out in the backyard playing without any worries. I want to be able to like leave bikes outside instead of inside my house, which is, cluttering up space. And I want to be able to just, like I said, let them do them outside. Whether we want to keep like a bucket of chalk outside, have all the jump ropes in there, bikes, just everything that's, intended for outside. But, hopefully 2021 brings me a lot of great new things. I'm on my journey to becoming a homeowner, hopefully soon. So, hopefully this stress will be over my head, and then I won't be able to complain about anything.